Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Conscious Cruiser podcast. I am Elisa from Elisa's Adventures in Cruising, and with me are my buddies and co hosts, Scott from Controversial Cruising and Chet from Sea Lake Journeys. Hey, Chet.
Hey, Lisa. Hey, Scott.
Well, today
Morning,
we
chat.
have, I think, what will be an interesting topic about cruising. And some of you may have heard this question before, maybe not, but is cruising considered real travel? What we think first timers should know before they book that trip
Oh,
after this.
I thought we were going to talk about the club the way Chet came in. So,
Oh,
phew.
well, make them up too.
Welcome into the Conscious Cruiser podcast, the know before you go approach to cruising and travel. The smartest cruiser is the Conscious Cruiser. And your conscious casters, Elisa, Chet, and Scott.
Yeah, you caught us swaying to the music. We love that music.
Chet's
How are
not
you?
playing. Chet's dancing down there. He's ready to go.
He's ready.
Look at him. He's probably been up since 2:45, lifted
Yep.
every weight in the gym.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how your week was in general. How's your morning gone in general since the old time change?
It works out great for me because I got up at 3 because my body's used to getting up at 4. And so 3 o'clock, I said, well, let's go. Giddy up.
I mean, I won't like it so much in the evening when it's dark early. Well, not even evening, afternoon, but we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll keep talking about cruising. That'll get us through. How
That's
about
right.
And yes,
that?
here in Arizona, we just, we don't touch our clock. So we just woke up and it's still the same time it was yesterday.
It's the same. It's the same. It's the same every day. Well, hey, you guys, have you heard? And I this is something I haven't heard like recently, but used to hear a lot. People kind of, I don't want to say putting cruising down, but kind of not considering it the same as other land-based kind of travel. And we talk all the time, so I know we talk about cruising, and we have lots of friends who talk about cruising. But for those who maybe have not taken this kind of trip before, do you think that's still kind of a controversy out there in the travel industry of whether or not um whether or not cruising is quote unquote real travel or not?
Oh, absolutely. 110%. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I think that's one of my favorite things about traveling with a first time cruiser. And since starting the channel, and you guys can go and look. We all three of us have our own respective channels and tags here. On my channel, one of my favorite things to do is actually take a first time cruiser who is a little bit skeptical about cruising, who have maybe been watching my stuff or watching other cruise videos and just toe dipping into cruising, actually want to go cruising and then change them into an actual cruiser. Because I've heard so many things from cruising isn't real travel to why are you wasting your money? That's the worst way to experience a vacation. And hey, everyone is entitled to their opinion, right?
Sure.
But my favorite thing is to take one of those that have been toe dipping and like, I don't really like cruising. They're like, yeah, I'm just gonna go with you. And they go and they're like, that was the best thing ever. And obviously there's though being a little bit more extreme. But, I've had Aaron, who is one of my best friends, who I took on his first cruise. Keone, who I took on his first cruise too as well. One of my other buddies, Larry, who wants to go on his first cruise. I mean, it's just one of my favorite things to do. My other buddy, Luke, who I've also taken on a cruise now, who still lives in New York. It is really one of those gifts that you really don't realize that you give until it actually happens. And one of my favorite things about cruising.
What about you, Jack?
Oh yeah, we've heard it. That's not real travel. If you're not there for more than a day and renting hotels and eating there and renting a car and driving around doing
Yeah.
and all this, you're not really traveling there. I'm like, well, you know what? Some places you don't need to be at more than a day because I like to go
Me
to
too.
several different places. I don't want to spend a whole week in St. Kitts. Okay.
Right.
I don't want to fly down or drive around St. Kitts for a whole week and looking for a place to eat and something to do for that many days. But I want to go there for a day. I sure do. And then next day I want to be in St. Martin. And the next day after that, I want to be in St. Thomas. I don't
Yeah.
want to spend just a week in one place. I want to go see all this stuff. And you know what? If I feel like, wow, I wish I'd been here one more day, hey, I can always book another cruise. So to
You
me,
can come back. Yeah.
cruising is real traveling. It's more real than other traveling, in my opinion. But there is still people out there that say, you're not really traveling. You're not really traveling. I
Yeah.
say, yes, we are. And during the course of this episode and later on, if you check out our channels, you'll see why we
Yeah.
think this way.
110%.
I agree. Like I said, I haven't heard it a lot lately, but it comes up. I mean, stuff like, that's just floating bubbles.
Yeah.
You're on a booze cruise. You're trapped out there. There's nothing to
Hey.
see.
Well, me and
Not
my
going
drink package
anywhere.
do on the sea is none of your business, okay?
It's too commercialized. I mean, things like that. I hear a lot too. So I think it's interesting. But no, I agree with Chet and Scott. It's real. And it's real fun.
It is real.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So how do you make sure, the second question is, how do you know before you go? Well, how do you make sure that your cruise feels like a real vacation?
I'll kick this
What do
one
you
off.
do? All
Because
right, what
I'll
do
tell
you
you,
do?
I talked with Robin from Sea Lake Journeys about this one this morning.
Hey,
She-
Robin.
Hey, Robin, cruising feels more like a vacation than other vacations. Why? Because we only got to unpack one time. Okay. We don't have to drive around. I don't have to drive around looking for some restaurant. I don't have to drive
Mhm.
around looking for entertainment. So I don't have to drive. I don't have to unpack but one time. I don't have to worry about where I'm going to eat. I don't have to worry about the entertainment. It's all handled for me. To me, how do I make sure it feels like a vacation? Because it's, to me, a way better vacation than anything else. It just is. I don't like driving around every day, spending hours in the car and then looking for something to eat. And then you get there and you don't know, is this a right place or is this
Yeah.
a bad restaurant? You don't know. So vacation is, to me, better experienced on a cruise than any other way. Period. That's for me and Robin from Sea Lake Journeys and Sensei Wabbit.
Don't forget the rabbit.
Don't forget Sensei Wabbit. I sort of kind of agree. I mean, honestly, cruising is one of the most customizable ways to vacation. And what I mean there is, hey, if you want to go out and you want to cruise to Hawaii and you want to be port intensive and you want to be walking, you want to be exploring the history of Hawaii, well, guess what? Book a Hawaiian cruise. And if you just want to go sail to nowhere, you can just book a Caribbean cruise that you've been to 15 times, Cozumel, all of the other places, right? And not get off the ship. Right. And then you can go in, you can do a mix of that in between, right? You can be a heavy and port intensive day. Let's just say you love Cozumel for some reason. So you book 2 excursions in Cozumel and you don't get off the ship for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
You get to do and you get to decide what you want to do and when you want to do it. Okay.
Mhm.
As long as you stay on the ship when it's moving and all that other stuff. Okay. That is why, hand over foot, I think cruising is one of the best ways to travel and the easiest ways to make it feel like it's a vacation right off the bat, because you get to do what you want to do. You want to go to Guys after you go to the muster drill and put on your little life jacket? Well, you go. If you want to jump in the pool, well, guess what? You go.
It's right
You do
there.
whatever you want to do, right? To make it feel like your vacation. Just don't bring the cheeseburger in the pool. I'm sure they're probably
Don't do that. Don't
yell
do
at
that.
you.
Ooh.
That would be bad. That would be bad. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's a real vacation and I don't have to do a whole lot to make myself get into that mindset of thinking, excuse me, that this is my real vacation. Because once I, leave work, I know I have that time off and heading out. I'm ready. But just in preparing for my cruises, and this might seem like the ladies will probably be with me on this one. You guys leave us a comment below. But as we're getting ready for our cruises, I definitely think about the clothing and not so much because, everybody needs to go out and get a new wardrobe to go cruising. I'm not saying that. Take what you like, what you're comfortable in, whatever. But for me, I do work a very corporate 9-to-5 job. So that's my chance. That's my moment for my flip flops, my Caribbean t-shirts, my occasional sparkly dress. I'm gonna go for it. So I do think that those kinds of things help you get in the mindset of it being vacation, an actual vacation. And if you have that, that t-shirt, those flip-flops, whatever that you're only using at that time, pack them. Take them.
That's a great point, Elisa. In fact, yesterday afternoon, we made a trip to Walmart because we got a cruise coming up in December, and Robin from Sea Lake Journeys has to have a new Christmas sweater kind of thing so we can get our pictures taken there with Santa Claus and stuff. So that's part of the preparation. I wouldn't have thought of that, but when you say it, I'm like, yeah, Robin from Sea Lake Journeys does that every time. And it really makes her feel like she's getting into the vacation thing already.
Yeah. Already.
And it's packed already. It's already packed now.
It's packed. It's in the suitcase. You're ready to go. She's good to go. Well, I think, we're on a roll and we have more to say, but it might be a good time for a word from our sponsor of today's podcast. What do we think?
Sure. Who's our sponsor?
Look, I believe it's our good friends at Sea Lake Journeys.
Oh, I know them.
Hi, I'm Robin. This is Chet, and we're Sea Lake Journeys.
That's right. So come on with us, and we're going to show you the ships, the ports, and the excursions that we do while we're cruising.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and of course, YouTube.
That's right. So come on and join us on all the fun things we're going to do. We also have live shows Wednesday and Friday morning at 8:30 Eastern Time and Sunday night at 6 p.m. So come on and join us there too.
And don't forget, we have a wide variety of videos on YouTube, from everything from the food, to the rooms, to the excursions, to the ships.
That's right. So come on and join us for the fun here at Sea Lake Journeys.
Thanks, Sea Lake Journeys.
Fun, baby, fun.
Well, while we got you on the spot, I'm going to ask you a in your opinion question.
Oh.
So in your opinion, why is cruising a great use of your vacation time and or vacation dollars?
All right. Am I kicking this one off?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, I once again had to discuss this one with Robin from Sea Lake Journeys. And she likes the part of you can budget the whole thing. So you will not go out of budget. So, you pay for the cruise and the port fees and your gratuities. We go ahead and we pay for our shore excursions and anything else we're going to do. If we're going to get the Wi-Fi, we go ahead and pay for it, or a drink package, so that everything is paid for when we get on the ship. The only way we can overspend our budget is if we decide, hey, I gotta buy a hat or whatever, and then we spent $20 more than we intended. But usually we'll even figure that out and we'll set aside, here's $100 for souvenirs for hats or suntan lotion or whatever. But
why you gotta come at me, Chet? Why you gotta come at me?
It's always about the hat, Scott.
No, it's not the hat, Scott. I don't know why. Scott's probably got 50 hats now. I don't know.
Ew. I'm self-hatchous.
But the budgeting, it's great for your money because you got it all budgeted out and it's all paid for. If you're doing a different type of vacation, if you're flying to somewhere and spending a week, well, you find out the rental car prices are different. You find out, oh, gee, you have to have that insurance too that you didn't know you had to have. You find out the restaurants cost more because the one you was going to go to, whoa, they closed it. So you got to go to this other one. The entertainment costs more than what you thought. Or you find something else you want to do that costs more. So you just don't know what your budget really is when you're going on a different kind of vacation. It can vary between X and Y. Like an algebraic equation. Whereas with cruising, you can say, you know what, we're going to spend this much. Poof, there we go. We got it locked in. We're done. And that's the way I love to roll like that. So does Robin from Sea Lake Journeys. So I think it's a great use of your vacation time because you got that peace of mind of not going crazy and blowing your budget, which who wants to be stressed out about money on vacation?
Right.
Nobody.
Nobody.
So take a tip here from the Conscious Cruiser, y'all. If you want to be able to really, if you're a really budget conscious person, cruising is for you.
Good way to go. It's a good way to go. Okay, Scott, what you got? He's
Well-
thinking over there.
I was thinking the whole time. Well, no, honestly, I think it's a really good use of your PTO and your PTO dollars, because you can either, and we're going to talk about this in a future episode, but you can either kind of have the FOMO approach or the JOMO approach. Okay. And let me explain, right? If the fear of missing out, right? I want to do everything and I want to go, right? You can do that and you can set that up. Right. You can pre-book all of your excursions. You can budget, like Chet said, right? And for some people who don't budget like myself, right? Okay. And you could do all of that pre-planning all ahead, right? Or, right, you could do the JOMO approach if you want and kind of just disconnect and have that social disconnect from kind of, I don't want to say the world, right? Because obviously all of us have phones, but you also have that choice, right? If you want to get Wi-Fi or if you just want a social disconnect, right? I know friends that were just on cruises, a lot of sets of friends in the last week, and you saw pictures on an internet of people who had gotten internet and you saw their cruise, and then you have seen no pictures from others that didn't get the internet, right? So you really have that opportunity and you have that option, right, to disconnect from what we call the world and the busyness of everything. Or you can continue, I don't want to say that busyness, but continue that, busyness in the life of vacationing, if that's the way you like to vacation, because some people do like to vacation. Hey, we have an 8 a.m. excursion, and then after that, we're hitting the Cucamonga gift shop, and then we're going on the train ride, and then we're going to eat dinner or lunch, and then we're going to get back on the ship at 3:33 p.m.
Right.
Cool. Like, it's all going to happen. Like, I know it's all going to happen. We might have to leave one earlier than the next, but if you'd like to do that, you get to do that. So honestly, that's why I like to cruise and I like to use my PTO. And the bonus tip too, as well, as all of us have been cruising for a really long time.
Yeah.
Most of us have preferred lines by now. And another topic, we're not going to go into this now, but there is loyalty that has been built up. And there in the lately, for me, I have been able to cruise free. The fares itself, not what I spend cruise, right? So that really takes into what I spend my time on, because the money aspect of what I'm going to spend on excursions and on the cruise ship and gambling and doing all that, right? That has to be taken in. But if I'm getting a basically port taxes and fees cruise, it's going to be a no-brainer, right? And that's just speaking from where I'm at. And there's different offers too, right? If Elisa looks in her offers and Chet looks in his offers, I'm sure they have different offers. It may not be the same offers, but I'm sure they have, offers for saying, hey, you've been with us, Chet, on Virgin 6 times. Come for a 7th. Bring that dance and we'll give you, a free Wi-Fi.
We know Chet gets the emails and the phone calls too. Come back.
Oh,
come cruise with us. Come cruise with us.
Yeah, how would you like to pay double this time?
Oh, you get those calls? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, not paying double. Not paying double. I do think that I agree with both of you guys, and I think it's still, for me, it's the ease of traveling. I know we talk about, a lot of things, and people who maybe haven't cruised yet may be confused by some of the terms and stuff that we use, just because they haven't done it yet. But cruising is pretty easy travel. You don't have to think about a whole lot. Like, you don't have to research hotels, and like Chet said, you don't have to worry about getting the rental car. You don't even have to do all the research on the excursions, because the cruise lines will show you some things that are available too. So it is very easy to start taking trips via cruising, because they do so much and provide so much for you within that base fare. So I think it's a good use of vacation dollars, and I plan to continue using my vacation dollars on cruising.
Me too.
110%. And I think those first-time cruisers that are still toe dipping, right, and are friends with the Chets and Elisas and the Scotts of the world, I think you should go out there, and I think you should be more curious. I'm instilling you guys to be more curious and say, hey, Elisa, when's your next solo cruise? Would you like to take me? Like, Miranda, you want to go on a cruise? I'm making these names up. Miranda, you want to go on a cruise? I've been thinking about it, and my mom was talking about it, and I want to
Oh my
go.
gosh.
Like, wow. Okay. Like, this is how these things start, okay? And then Miranda just becomes this cruiser, and now years later, she's got her own YouTube on cruising. Like, I never thought I would ever cruise. And my friend Elisa.
The voices were taking over, Scott. You okay?
Where were we?
I mean, I guess we could just move on to the next question. I'll let you finish this sentence.
No, there's no finish. That was it. Miranda's gonna hit you up after this.
All right, Scott. Seriously though, since you like to take people, first-time cruisers, on there to help them experience. What do you think they used to think before the cruise? So finish the sentence. I used to think cruising was blank.
Scary, and there's two answers, because there's 100% right that we're talking about. 50% say scary, and the other 50% say boring. Okay. So
okay.
You have both. They're like, oh my God, you're at sea. You can't see land. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to freak out. We're going to drown. It's like the Titanic. I don't have a jack. And they don't have ketchup. That's a joke for Bill. Okay. Oh my God. And then you have the other half that are like, oh my God, what are you going to do at sea? You just sit at the beach, or you just sit at the pool, and like, that's just boring. I'd rather just do land stuff. Right.
Yeah.
So you have 50-50, and then they go on the cruise, and they're like going down the dry slide, like, this is amazing. And that's how Royal gets all of their commercials,
Scott gets 1% of that, by the way.
Yeah, I never really thought about it being broken down into like distinct categories, but that is true. You do hear either people are afraid, they think they're gonna, it's too much water, they're gonna feel trapped. You're just out there floating around with nothing to do. And I've also heard, this is more recently, like as in people talking about the drink packages, and kind of the thought that that's the reason why there's so much drinking, because there's nothing else to do, which is not the case. People, you don't have to drink your face off if you don't do that. Don't do that when you're on vacation. But people do like to buy the drink packages for whatever reason.
Well, I remember for us, of course, we grew up in the age of watching the Love Boat on TV, and
Yes.
we didn't go on our first cruise till we were in our 40s, because we thought it was just too expensive, and it was for rich people.
Oh,
and we didn't know anybody that went on a cruise. Everybody we knew that went camping,
Yeah.
or they just stayed home and worked on something at the house or whatever. So it looked like it was just too expensive for rich people, whatever. I said, well, I want to be one of those rich people to go on a cruise one day. So I finally did some research and found out, hey, this ain't too bad. So here we are. The kids were grown. All of a sudden, when the kids are gone, you're not paying all that car insurance and all them groceries and all that electric bill and all that. You got enough money to go on a cruise. So we found out.
Dad, can I get $35?
Yeah, sure.
Guilty.
That's your mom.
You guys know I've talked about those cruise shows, the Love Boat in particular before. Yes, I was definitely grew up on Love Boat, was fascinated. I don't think that I realized until we start talking about it that it was geared for rich people. Maybe I just thought, oh yeah, everybody cruises. So I didn't really know that. The thing I thought it was mainly for quote unquote grown-ups. So older people, retired people, but it's kind of the same thing as what you're saying, Chet. It's like it was fancy.
But
it was.
Then. That's what it was back then.
It was back then, but I didn't realize that until now, looking back at it as an adult, because we get so attached to our favorite TV shows, and you just watch it every week. It's the Love Boat. Yeah, I'm gonna see it. I'm like, oh, everybody does it. Oh, okay.
But the rich people usually are the fancy people, right? They're the ones worried about their manners. Robin from Sea Lake Journeys made me learn what this spoon was and what that spoon was and why that one was there and what this knife is. I had to learn all that before we could go on our first cruise, right?
Yes.
And I had to go buy myself a nice suit and everything. And Yeah. So I was like, this is what it is. And that's what it was back then.
Yes.
Yep.
It was that.
Yes.
And, you know, it was a great experience. It's totally changed. It's totally changed. But you can still, if you want to, we do. We'll be doing it in December. I'll be throwing on my tux and she'll be throwing on a gown. We'll be getting our pictures took. Because we
Yes.
still like that experience. We like it. And then we'll book a specialty dining for that night.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
what I was
so we
gonna say.
still get that top service. So we can feel like one of those rich, famous people with good manners and stuff. You know?
Yes,
So
the
we'll get
specialty
to do that.
dining and the chef's table and those kind of things are more of those, experiences where you are concerned about the tableware, which am I using the right fork? Am I using the right glass? That kind of thing. So I agree. It's harder to find, not harder to find. They're set up in a different way
Mhm.
than they used to be as far as the dining room etiquettes.
That used to be the main dining
It
room.
used to be the main dining room
I
etiquette.
mean, dang.
Yeah.
I remember growing up because right when Chet said that, that's on one of my first cruises in the early 90s. That's where I learned about all of the silverware because there were so many. And I had asked my waiter, I was maybe like 6 or 7, and
Yeah.
he broke it all down. And I actually learned on that cruise actually how to properly hold a fork. I had no idea how to hold a fork. I was just holding it like, and he actually showed me how to, properly put it in your hand. There is an actual way to
Yeah.
hold your fork and spoon technically. And I just remember, and I'll always remember that in my mind, him showing me that, him taking my hand back then, it wasn't creepy. It still wasn't
Yeah.
creepy. It was,
Yeah.
showing me how to do it. And I was just like, wow. And from then on, I learned what, the salad fork is. Obviously, salad
Yep.
fork, your main fork.
Mhm, mhm.
I would just thought it was like, hey, do you want the big fork or the little fork? You get to choose, buddy. Nobody told
It
me
was
until
it was
then.
an educational
Yeah.
experience for Scott.
Yeah, very, very
No, for
elegant
all of
back
us.
then. And then
Yes.
now, they want to, it's more of a market where they want to make it seem available to everybody, right? Doesn't matter what you make, doesn't matter your income, it doesn't matter anything. You could cruise. You could cruise. Sensei Wabbit can cruise. I can cruise. My neighbor can cruise. Anybody can cruise. It's not just for the rich people. It's not just for it's for anybody. Come and cruise.
Yep.
Families, singles, doesn't matter.
Yep. Come and cruise. Come and
Bring your
cruise.
cousin, bring anybody.
Well, well, I think it's time for the question of the cast.
Oh, I love this.
What would you tell our first time cruisers that they should need to make sure they do or see when they get on board a ship to get the full cruise experience, and they would come away feeling like it was a real vacation?
I'm gonna say
Anyway.
just go with an open mind. That's honestly, I know that's a little cliche, but
No.
go with an open mind as a first-time cruiser because it's going to be a lot of things that you have not experienced before. Hopefully, you get to go with somebody who has a little bit of experience that could let you experience some things on your own, but still be in the back and say, hey, let's not do that. But hey, we could do this, right? And then kind of guide you along the way. So just go with an open mind. Go with what you want to do on your vacation to make it your vacation. And I think you are going to love and fall in love with cruising and this podcast.
Yes.
I think what I would tell them is go explore the ship. Go check out everything. You've never been on one of these before. Go all the way up to the deck 16, the highest deck. Go down the lowest deck you can go to. And just walk
Yes.
every deck and see what there is. See all the different restaurants, all the different entertainment venues, all the different bars and different things that are on the cruise ship for you. And you're going to have your eyes this big like saucers. You're not going to believe what all is there. So go explore the ship.
Yes, agreed. And I guess I would add to that, in that don't worry so much about what cabin type you have or what cabin you can afford to have, because the idea is for you not to be in that cabin all that much.
Yeah.
That you're out doing things, trying new things, and exploring the ship. So just go for it. Just go with an open mind and try all the things and see what you like. And I think you'll be surprised that it's not, just floating bubbles or you're feeling trapped or anything like that. Cruising is a fun time, and look at all the great people you meet.
100%. And hope if you do though want to be in your cabin and you want to listen to something at sea, you can actually listen to us on Spotify and you can download it. You can download episodes before and
Okay.
take them. So you can do this.
Ahoy, fellow cruise enthusiasts. Ready to set sail on a sea of knowledge? Have you checked out the Conscious Cruiser podcast on Spotify? Well, what are you waiting for? Every week, our podcast is packed with all your cruising essentials. Whether you're driving to work, driving someone crazy, or driving to your next cruise port, pop on the Conscious Cruiser. We've got the best know-before-you-go cruise and travel tips. It's like having a cruise expert in your pocket. So give us a follow, give us a listen, and let's make your next cruise the best one yet. Don't miss out on the fun. Join the Conscious Cruiser community today. Now, back to the Conscious Casters.
That's right. It's like having 3 of us in your pocket.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll download and take us along with you
Yeah.
on future cruises or whatever you're doing throughout the day. We appreciate it so much. And leave us a comment below on what you'd like to hear us talk about on a future episode. But I think, some of that FOMO, JOMO sounds like a good topic.
I think we are going to talk about that cruising JOMO on our next episode. So, yes, leave us comments either here on YouTube. You can also do it on Spotify. We answer all of our comments ourselves. So we love to hear from you guys. We love to hear your guys' feedback because we love doing this every single Monday with you guys. So.
All right. Well, I guess that's all for now. Maybe I'll see you guys later for the Monday mood check, huh?
Yep, I'm already there.
All right. Take care. Take care, everybody. We'll see you later.
Bye, guys. And if you go over to Go Live Together, Eddie, Jeremy, and Cheryl, give them a little conscious raid and let them know. And yeah, we can dance there. See you guys there. Bye. Have a good Monday.